Allez, on continue. Je m'en bats les couilles en fait.
The revolution is knocking on Gotham's door. When this whole thing starts, make sure you're on the right side.
Mr. Wayne, thank you for opening your house to us. Together, we will change Gotham. Harvey Dent, Gotham's next mayor, and eager to know you.
Vicky Vale, not interested, and reporter for the Gotham Gazette. Carmine Falcone? Is the Dent campaign soliciting votes from Gotham's biggest crime family?
Your father knew which hands to shake.
Don't you know not to corner a wild animal? It's dangerous. I bet.
The chemicals. Where are they? We're all being played here, including you. Christ almighty! It's... the Waynes.
Ah, ça recommence avec des textures bizarres.
The Waynes are the biggest gangsters in Gotham.
Je suppose que celui qu'on voit de dos, ça va être le meilleur île. Je me souviens qu'il est vachement court cet épisode. J'aurais presque pu les faire en stream en fait, les épisodes. Non. Ma propension à être interrompu, le stream c'est pas une bonne idée.
You don't have to do this.
Only you now, Master Bruce. I thought I might find you here. The news was upsetting for both of us.
Bah voyons.
You should see this.
Quoi?
I know you come here for solitude, Bruce. More allegations about his ties to the underworld. This isn't going away. It's also public and messy.
How could you hide this from me, Alfred? For all these years...
What would you have me do? You were a child.
Bah oui, mais maintenant, c'est quoi ton excuse?
For nearly 2 decades. I hoped it would never come.
Forget the papers. I want to hear it from you.
The truth is, they were billionaires, Bruce. You can't amass that kind of wealth without making certain moral compromises. It's just not possible. That kind of money taints you.
Bah moi non.
My money has never corrupted me.
And I'm proud of you. But you're hardly the norm. Hill greased the wheels of politics. Falcone was the muscle. Thomas legitimized the whole enterprise with his name. Your father, Hamilton Hill, and Falcone, they were partners. Nothing happened in Gotham without them knowing.
Falcone, the papers, they were telling the truth. Everyone knew about this but me.
I know it's a lot to take in. I want you to
Quelque peu,
know,
oui.
I had my suitcases ready. I couldn't stand to be around your father anymore. But then, they were killed, and you were all alone. And I just couldn't walk out the door. Everything I did, everything I've ever done, was out of love for you. I hope you can forgive me.
Mais oui, je te pardonne, évidemment que je te pardonne. Pas tout de suite, mais je te pardonne.
Just give me some time to think it through, okay?
This is the first time I've been back here since that night. When the police called me to collect you, I thought they'd finally arrested your father. I couldn't believe a low-life thug like Joe Chill would have the audacity to rob and kill Thomas Wayne. He was simply too well known. Too big. Yet, there it was.
If my father was that deep in crime, he would have had enemies.
Well, it's a fair assumption. You don't think? You always said it was a simple mugging. In 20 years, you've never wavered from that story.
I can recall every moment of that night in vivid detail. But maybe that's wrong.
Sometimes we block out things we don't want to face.
Ça, c'est un truc que Tell Me Why m'a appris.
Maybe there was some detail I overlooked.
Que des fois, t'es sûr de te souvenir d'un truc, mais il suffit qu'il y ait un détail qui diffère d'une personne à l'autre. Et au final, ça remet en cause tout ton souvenir.
He just wanted to protect us.
He thought he was invincible. Sadly, he was mistaken.
I always wanted to be brave, just like him.
And you are. He would be so proud to see that you took a different path.
Ah, du coup, même mon petit curseur, il est violet. Qu'est-ce que je peux regarder d'autre ici? Il y a ça.
I want him standing here, right now.
And what would the Batman do with his own parents' killer? The
Je
possibilities
lui demanderai
are
pourquoi.
frightening.
Voilà, exactement.
I'd only want to ask him one question. Why? My parents could have given him anything. Why would he just shoot them?
Parce que c'était pas une
He was
agression.
stabbed to death in prison. No one mourns for Joe Chill, Bruce.
Évidemment qu'il est mort. Bah oui, ce serait trop simple sinon. Tiens, Alfred.
Think back to that night, as hard as it might be to do so.
Ah, c'est très intéressant ce que tu me dis là, poteau. Alors... C'est quelle pièce qu'il est allé voir?
I love that movie. Saw it countless times at that theater. How long did it play there?
Only when you wanted to see it, Bruce. Your mother arranged the special screenings personally.
I never knew that. She was always so good to me.
D'ailleurs, il y a un dialogue avec Falcone que je veux revoir et je ferai tout
Where
pour le revoir.
exactly does the memory end?
With my father pleading, "You don't have to do this." And the gun fires.
And after that? There are considerable gaps in that recollection.
Maybe. Do I really want to know?
Franchement, oui.
don't have to do this. Don Falcone is making a mistake.
Bruce, are you all right?
It wasn't a mug. They were assassinated. And Carmine Falcone knows why.
Et à chaque fois que je revois la fameuse scène de l'agression là, ça me fait penser, je sais pas si c'est un comics spécial ou c'est Bruce qui se fait tuer, le père devient Batman et la mère devient le Joker. Je sais pas pourquoi, mais je trouve ce concept excellent. Extrêmement triste, mais excellent.
Getting you in to see Falcone like this, I don't have to tell you how many rules we're breaking. Now, don't get me wrong, I'm always here for you, but this could land us both in hot water. I pulled all the strings I had with the lieutenant. This better not come back to bite us.
Look, I get that, Hart, okay? And it means a lot to me.
I know it does, Bruce. It doesn't make it any easier. The last time we brushed shoulders with Falcone, the press made us pay. At least tell me what this is about. Look, I'm all for blind support, but I should at least know what I'm getting myself into.
Ouais, je vais lui dire.
I'm not sure, but I think Falcone put a hit on my parents.
Wait, what? Bruce, that's terrible.
That's why I have to speak with him. I have to know for sure.
Bruce, I appreciate you opening up to me, but just try and keep it cool in there.
Ouais, bien sûr.
I don't want any headlines taking away from my debate with Hill.
Gentlemen, we finally put Falcone in his cage. Now, thanks to the information you gave me, Bruce, he won't ever get out.
Whoa, I'm sorry. Information? What information?
Oh, I assumed you knew. I was going to contact your office first thing, but everything's been a little busy.
I gave him some evidence against Falcone.
More like a catalog of his entire criminal empire. It's a case that'll put Falcone away for life.
Is that a fact?
It's the reason I said yes to this unorthodox request.
D'accord. Donc au final, j'ai
Nice
encore
job
mieux fait de lui
bringing in
donner.
Falcone. Yeah, that son of a bitch better not get off again.
He's not getting off the hook, Renee. Not this time.
Mr. Wayne, Sergeant Renee Montoya. I just wanted to say, some of us police support you, despite what the media is saying.
Merci.
Thanks, Sergeant.
Je suis presque prêt à oublier que t'as essayé de me
Keeping
tirer dessus.
Falcone in the infirmary. He's lucky he didn't get roughed up more. I could tell Batman wanted to kill him, but he held back. He cares about doing the right thing.
Perso, il me fait un peu peur.
I know he does a lot for the department, but honestly, Batman freaks me out.
Oh, he's definitely freaky. But I'm glad he's out there watching over the city.
All right, Falcone's inside. Just say what you gotta say. We'll be out here.
Ok, merci. Merci, Jimmy. Allô, monsieur, on se réveille.
The hell? Bruce Wayne?
Oui, c'est moi.
You must have some clout. My own wife can't get in to see me.
Ah, ça, c'est dommage.
Good thing I'll be out of here in a week. Just like every other time they tried to put me away.
We need to talk, Falcone.
You weren't so eager the last time we met. But then, I knew you'd come around. Especially after the press got their teeth into you. You're your father's son.
Mhm.
Yeah, that's right. Tommy and I were close.
Tommy, carrément.
More than friends. More like cousins. Going back decades.
Did you have something to do with his death?
Ah, so that's what this is really about, eh? The pup digging up a 20-year-old killer.
2 killings, and they were never forgotten.
You and me, we're practically family. I thought you'd have figured that out by now. Hey, I tried to get through to you at Dent's party. Maybe I should have spelled it out. Got a whole closet full of birthday presents I was never able to give you.
Oh, arrête, c'est
Damn
presque
shame you
mignon.
asked me.
Convince me then. Tell me a story about our big, happy family.
There it is. Now I got you hooked.
Ben, franchement, tu l'avais dès le début.
Hill and me, we ran this city.
Oui, ça, du coup, je le sais.
God damn this pain. Can't think through it. Morphine's on the side there. Be a good boy and help Uncle Carmine out, huh?
De la morphine, c'est intéressant. Je veux qu'il parle. Je veux qu'il parle. Il aurait parlé avec l'autre méthode aussi, mais...
40 years I keep my veins clean of any of that gunk. But you never forget the tender kiss. It'd be
ça
so
fait 40 ans
easy
qu'il
to
est
give me
clean.
the whole vial, wouldn't it? Enough there to put an old dog down forever. Of course, you'd never know the whole story.
Déjà, et en plus,
How
je
much
tue
of
pas les
your
gens, moi,
parents
monsieur.
do you have in you? What kind of son did Thomas Wayne make?
I need you coherent, or you would be gone already.
Oh, there it is. That Wayne streak. Much better, kid. Thank you. Gesture like that reminds me of your mother. Your father may have been the doctor, but Martha, she had the human touch.
Ah, c'est ça.
I think you got more of her in you, tell the truth. Yeah. There's a kindness in you. You care about people. Even mean old bastards like me.
I lost her so young. I hardly remember anything about her.
She had steel in her, did Martha. She was the only one that ever had a hold on your father.
Until you hired an assassin to kill them both.
What, you really think I hired Chill? Sure. I worked with Joe Chill from time to time. Put a button on someone, he'd take him out. But I never ordered that hit on your parents.
So who did?
You can't trust anyone in Gotham. Least of all those you call
Ouais, c'est
friends.
ça.
Your parents learned that.
Je pense que là, bon bah là je le sais vu que j'ai déjà fait le jeu. Mais le fait qu'ils disent ça précisément à ce moment-là, alors qu'ils viennent dire que lui, il et Wayne étaient des partenaires, je pense qu'il a quasiment dit mot pour mot que c'est il qui les a fait tuer. Parce qu'il considérait pas beaucoup de gens comme ses amis. Hein. Il est 22h22. Pourquoi c'est noir comme ça? Ah, c'est fait exprès? Ils ont pas allumé la lumière? Non, non, c'est un bug, hein. Il fait pas assez sombre, logiquement.
Deep shit. I bought us some time, but not much. Word's gonna get out, sooner or later. Why would she do something like this? We had Gotham's biggest crime lord in our grasp. This close. We were this close.
don't know. I hardly recognized her when she burst in. She was so different from the woman we met in the hall.
It's a disgrace. Another officer gone rogue.
It just doesn't make any sense. She'd never do anything to hurt the department.
Ah, c'est ça, c'est... Il y a vraiment un bug de
Falcone's case
luminosité.
meant justice for 1,000 unnamed victims. And now it is a PR disaster. How can I run against corruption when our own cops are redecorating the precinct with their prisoners' brains? Listen, we gotta get out in front of this. We gotta spin it as best we can. Issue a statement saying that we have the shooter in custody. Details are still coming in and that we're investigating. The usual.
Slow down, Harvey. We need the facts first.
The simple fact is she walked in and shot him.
Then we need the complex facts, like how and why.
Lieutenant, Mr. District Attorney, Falcone's lawyers are here.
Oh, Christ. I can delay them for a little while, but we still
Ah là,
need
la
answers.
pièce s'est allumée du coup. Ah, c'est bizarre, il me semblait que c'était...
Tell me if she says anything. I have to know why she did this.
Alfred, Falcone's been murdered.
Good God.
I'm looking into it, but I'll need access to the back computer for anything I find.
Connection secured.
Alfred, I'm gonna try and confirm some suspicions of mine. Her veins, still visible beneath her skin. Fresh injection site. That doesn't look like blood. Alfred, I think I found the substance. Analyze and forward me the result.
Of course. I'll be in touch as soon as I have the results.
Where am I? Mr. Wayne? What's going on?
Ouais, c'est ça, elle est
But I
totalement
got this
devenue
awful
berserk.
feeling something terrible happened. Everything is such a blur.
Sergeant, you have to think. What do you remember?
Oh God, Falcone. I was hoping it wasn't real.
I believe you were drugged, Sergeant.
It would explain a lot. Listen, you have to believe me. I talk big about hurting thugs like Falcone, but I would never betray the lieutenant. Everything is so foggy. I remember a sharp pain.
There's an injection site on your neck.
Then I just felt light, like I could do whatever I wanted. No
Ah, c'est
guilt,
ça, la drogue, c'est une
no
espèce de
consequence.
désinhibiteur.
There was a voice in my ear insisting Falcone was gonna get off. And all I knew was that I had to stop that. I had to, no matter what. The reasons why I should've, they were a million miles away.
You have to remember more, Montoya. Try.
I remember a hand on my arm, guiding me like a parent with a child. The voice, it was saying something about revolution.
Tiens donc, hein. Comme par hasard.
Cobblepot said something similar.
Ah, le coquinou d'Oswald.
I'm so sorry, Lieutenant. I've let you down.
We stalled Falcone's lawyers for now, but they'll be back. So how is she? Did she tell you anything?
Yeah, hey, don't worry about that now.
Someone used her as a weapon, Harvey. They drugged her and sent her after Falcone.
Hey, get forensics in here. Now!
She remembers a voice saying something about revolution.
That's not much to go on.
Now, if you're bringing forensics in, let's get Bruce out.
Alfred, I gotta get back to the manor. I've got a lead on whoever's behind this.
Bruce!
J'ai juré cette meuf me stalk.
My friends in the GCPD have been telling stories about some kind of lockdown.
Je suis un peu pressé là,
I'm
meuf.
sorry, Vicky. I don't have time.
Don't brush me off.
C'est marrant,
Word
c'est
is there were
exactement ce que
shots
je...
fired near where Falcone was being held. Know anything about that?
J'ai juré cette meuf elle se
He must have
téléporte.
been back there when it happened.
Always digging for a story, huh?
So it's true?
I didn't say that.
Word is you turned over enough dirt on Falcone to put him in Blackgate Prison for life. A day after he showed up at your house. And now you're here. You can't afford to be associated with another scandal. I can keep your name out of whatever we print, but you need to give me something I can use. Who fired the shots? A cop? I can tell by the way you're brushing me off that something happened. Just give me something to run with.
Ah non, je sais pas quoi lui répondre. Il y a une petite partie de moi qui a envie de lui dire un truc, mais je sais pas, il y a aucune... Il y a aucune option qui me convenait là dans ce qu'il y avait. Ouais, c'est ça, Cassos. Bon. La première saison fait moins de 6 heures. Attends.
Either Cobblepot drugged Montoya himself or someone else is using his revolutionary rhetoric. Either way, I need to find him. Let's put our drones in the air and start a search. I'll run a trace on his cell. In the meantime, we have to find out what we can do about this drug.
The computer's been analyzing the chemicals from Montoya's bloodstream.
Throw that up on the monitor. The residue I scan on Montoya is similar to the nerve agent I found at the docks. Let's see what we got.
It's ironic that Falcone died at the hands of someone drugged with his chemicals. Who'd have guessed that's how he'd meet his maker? Prone in his sickbed, surrounded by police who were ordered to protect him.
Murder at the hands of Montoya. That's not justice.
Whoever did this was judge, jury, and executioner. No one should act as all three. I hope he told you something before he was killed. What did you learn from him?
He backed up what you told me. My father ran the city, with 2 of the worst men in it.
If they were working together, it's strange Falcone had him killed.
It wasn't Falcone who called the hit.
Yes, well, I suppose that makes sense. Your father, Hill, and Falcone would have balanced each other out.
Computers pinpointed reference points on the 2
La première
compounds.
saison fait à peine 6 heures et la deuxième en fait presque 8. C'est ouf.
The men at the docks were doused with the base chemicals. The reaction was messy. They were out of control.
Alors que l'autre version, on dirait qu'elle est limite distillée. C'est la même base, mais c'est pas la... Ça a l'air plus propre. Ouais, c'est ça.
It only took a small injection to strip Montoya of her moral filters.
C'est ça, c'est carrément ce que je disais. C'est un désinhibiteur.
Both compounds seem stable, but they're quick to fall apart. Whoever processed it knew what they were doing.
What could the creators of such a drug possibly have in mind? Fighting your wars is one thing, but drugging others to fight them for you...
Ce serait juste un énorme
With this
bordel.
drug, they can exploit anyone's baser impulses, the things they would otherwise control.
Your drones are in position to triangulate Cobblepot's location.
C'est con parce que je me souviens déjà où il est. Merde, c'est où? C'est celui-là? Non, c'est pas celui-là. Si, la tour, elle est là. Non, c'est pas ça, non. Attends, là c'était vert, donc c'est peut-être par là.
Find her now! Send a strong message.
Ok, donc c'était pas ça. Ici. Là-dedans.
Bring me her head! There you go. You'll be alright. Right.
Voilà, c'était là. C'était bien la tour.
The Skyline Club. Jesus, didn't even wait for Falcone's body to get cold, did you, Oz?
Going to speak with him, Bruce?
Bruce Wayne already tried talking with Cobblepot. It's time he met the Batman.
Coquinou.
Come on, I know there's got to be more around here. The man probably had millions in his sock drawer alone. If Falcone finds out I helped you, he'll kill me. Your boss won't be doing much of anything. Ever again.
Ah bah là pour le coup c'est sûr. Skadouche.
You lot, come check out this office.
Where is... I don't know! Please! Names. You can help me.
Let him go.
Batman! It's about time. You kill a crime boss, you'd expect a word of thanks from Gotham's #1 vigilante. Oh, don't worry, I'll pass your gratitude on to those who made it happen. They'll be pleased to know you think so highly of their work.
You used an innocent cop to do your dirty work. I know how you've been using the drugs you stole at the docks. Where are they?
Is this about Falcone? We all saw how you felt about Falcone. Pounded him into a pulp on live TV. If you were truly the defender of this city, you'd have finished the job yourself. Admit it, Falcone deserved to die. Vermin like Falcone, they deserve to be stomped out. Believe me, I know from personal experience.
I don't kill my enemies.
Maybe that's why you got so many.
Voilà.
Might be time to reconsider. As a show of good faith, I'm gonna let this one go. How's about we talk this through?
Bien sûr.
We helped you with Falcone. Now, if we could just cut out the rest of the rot, like Wayne and Hill, ordinary folks might be able to breathe.
Oswald Cobblepot. What is it about this place that attracts criminal scum like you?
Gotta admit, you've got flair. Here's the thing. I actually admire you, Batman. We both want the same kinds of things. Me and my people, we've got big plans for Gotham.
They found Catwoman.
What do you want with her?
We had a deal. She didn't make good on it. So sorry this didn't work out, mate. I'd stay to watch. I would, but I still got a Catwoman problem to deal with. Or What's her name again?
Selena.
Yes! Oh, beautiful name.
Ah, le grand bleu. Ah, il tape plus fort que ça, mais... Qu'est-ce que c'est que ce truc? Où est-ce qu'il t'a été chercher ça, Oswald?
Gonna have to try harder than this.
Oh! Ah, pour un peu, j'aurais cru que... Non, j'en ai deux. Et il est parti. C'est ça, hein? Ouais. Ils se sont cassés, les coquinous.
Alfred, track down Selena Kyle.
I'll find her right away.
Bon.